What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Another video today brought to you by Called Out Ones, when we expose truth, facts, music, and this, that, and third, right? Today's video will be the tongue has power, right? When you speak life over yourself, when you speak blessings over yourself, right? The Most High will lead me into a path of salvation, right? The Most High have me in his arms. He has me in his hands, right? The Most High, Yahuwah, is my rock and my salvation, right? The Most High is my deliverance, right? Yahuwah is my deliverance, right? Yahuwah is my rock and salvation, right? Yahuwah has me under his wings, right? Yahuwah will not let any enemy to prosper over me, right? Yahuwah has my back. Yahuwah is my shield and armor, right? So Yahuwah is the one mainly who gets all the steam out of my life, right? Yahuwah is that's my creator, right? When I say Yahuwah, I'm talking about the Hebrew creator, right? So any devil, any false prophet, anybody who want to come this way, knowing that you walking into the hands of his servant, right? That's what this whole page and this whole channel is about, is that I'm his servant, I'm his child, right? So if you're worshiping Christianity, if you're worshiping Muslim, if you're worshiping Allah, Buddha, whatever other false pagan religion that's out there, knowing that you are of the devil, right? So I'm talking about Yahuwah, whatever he has on his divine journey, right? Whatever he has me doing and guiding me on his journey, he's the one that get the esteem, right? So Yahuwah is telling our people to come out of Babylon, right? To come out of Egypt, to come out of America, to come out of Greece, right? So Yahuwah wants us to do the works of righteousness, right? He wants us to do the things that our ancestors didn't do back in Egypt, right? To call out sin, to call out idolatry, to call out pagan practices, to call out evil, right? That's all he wants us to do, right? On the flip side of this is that most of us are entertained by the Pharaoh toys. We're entertained by Egypt and Pharaoh and what's going on out here in a modern society, right? Or capitalism, right? And we have to get out of those lies and these spells, right? Most of these spells got your eyes covered, right? You can't see through anything, right? So our people are blinded by Christianity. They are blinded by all these false religions, and that's why they can't see shit, because they just want to be demonically possessed by evil entities, right? But Yahuwah is a Hebrew man, right? But you don't believe, so you wouldn't understand anything I'm saying, right? It's only for those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, right? If you understand the message, then you're basically, if you're his sheep, he said, my sheep know my voice, and another voice they will not listen to, right? So if you don't understand the messages, then you're not his sheep, right? It's simple as that. So either you get it or you don't. And that's where we at on this walk and journey and this path, right? After all these messages that's being promoted, right? And if you don't wake up by now, then obviously you want to be asleep. You want to remain in darkness. That's what you want, right? So there's only two paths on his journey, and all of you have a choice to make, to either to pick Yahuwah's side or Hashatan, which is the enemy side, right? Well, the thing is that when you learn the system, when you learn the tricks of the enemy, when you learn about these Freemasons, right? When you learn about the Jesuits, right? When you learn about the skull and crossbones, when you learn about these Boule members, right? When you learn about the Prince Hall Masons, right? When you learn about all this stuff, you can gather information and say, okay, I'm not going to participate in this because I know where this goes, right? I'm not going to do this because I know where that goes, right? I'm not going to do this because I know where that goes, right? It's a scripture that Yahuwah says is that Hakma, wisdom, is glorious, right? Hakma, which is wisdom, is a defense, right? Because if you have wisdom, you would say to yourself, basically wisdom is always talking to you, right? Hakma is always talking. You just got to pay attention to Hakma wisdom, right? It's always going to give you little subtle cues and give you subtle messages and give you subtle, basically wisdom. So pay attention to your discernment. Pay attention to everything that the Most High Yahuwah gives you, right? So it's not by accident that you're on this page. It's not by accident that you came forward, right? If you're truly want to be and you're calling an election of the Most High, then you should know that you're his child, if you want to follow the ways of Yahuwah, right? And it's like, you gotta, come on, we just being a fisher of men out here, right? So, Hajatan Satan is also a fisher of men, right? So it's either you getting the bait from your enemy, or you getting the righteous bait from the Most High, that's picking you up out of this world, right? So, another scripture that say, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world, or the love of the Father that's not in you, right? So, we gotta recognize and understand these things so we can realize and understand where we are coming from, right? Most people in this world has made their place with Satan, and they don't care about where they're going or how they're going to come out of the system or what they're going to do or what's the next life or the afterlife, or they just truly don't care, right? But the righteous are enduring to the end, right? The last video we spoke about the Olympics of 2024 as a completely satanic agenda that they're pushing, right? And then you got Snoop Dogg with the Baphomet on his neck, and all this shit is going on over there, right? It just shows you that where you see a black person with a Baphomet around their neck, who does stuff like that, right? That's none of our practices, right? So you got to know that these are the hands of the oppressors, right? So this is what these oppressors push you to do. They push you to worship Satan. They push you to worship idolatry. They push you to do stuff that's not convenient, right? There's many scriptures that can back up all this stuff I'm saying, right? But we're going to leave it at this for today. Yahuwah Barak you and guard you. Yahuwah make his face shine upon you. Yahuwah give you shalom. Blessed be the name of children of Asherah. And I myself, my Barak. So be it.